So IP address is a unique identification in the network, and there is a two version. One is a IPv4, another is a IPv6. So IP version 4 having the structure of the 32-bit structure. 32-bit structure means there is a size of this IPv4 is a 32-bit. So the total number of the IP addresses available worldwide is 2 the power 32 minus 2. Approximately 4.3 billion addresses are available. Okay. And this IP addresses notation, this IP address is generally used in a format of the bits because this is a binary value. So binary always used in a 0 and 1. So total 32-bit means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the format of the IP address used by the computer. But this IP address is not or cannot be read by the human. Human cannot remember, and these IP address use not humans friendly. So human friendly is a notation is decimal value. Decimal notation. So what is the decimal notation? Decimal notation means value, some value, some value, some value. Means 192.168.2.200. Okay, so in this case, it is all about the 0 and the 128 plus 32 is equal to 192. So this will be value for the first octet. Another is a 168. So there is a some value for the 2. 2 is 0 and this is the 1. 1 is on. And 200. So there is a some values are written in this format, but it is easily identified when it is written in a decimal value. This is the human friendly. So one portion is a network ID and one portion is a host ID. So in this case, there is a some value is a host ID, network ID means some is identification of the network and some are identification of the host. So which one is the host identification and which one the network identification? So how do you identify and what is it is called? It is called subnet mask. Means subnet mask. So subnet mask is the value which is going to be identify the network ID and the host ID. The subnet mask will define how many network IDs are there and how many host IDs are there. So generally different the subnet mask are used. We have discussed on the details in a network plus session already. Okay, similar we have discussed also on the IPv6 in a detailed in network sessions. If you remember, 128-bit structure and written value is a hexadecimal value. It is hexadecimal value. And already you know the hexadecimal value 092 and A to E. This is the hexadecimal value. E to F. Okay, and having the native security means inbuilt security is exist inside. So when we talk about the IP addresses, so actually IP addresses divided into the multiple classes. It is called IP address classification. So some classes, there is a mostly classes are class A, class B, class C, class D and class E. D and E is not available. This is not used by anyone. And the class A and class B, so here is the starting range of the addresses and the ending range of the addresses. Starting range and the ending range. So class A is started from 0 to 0, 0, 0, 0, or you can say the 1.01, or only the first octet. 1 to 127 means the starting is 0.0.0.0 to 127.0.0, and the number of the networks is a 126, but the host of the networks is this. So why it is this? Because in a class A, first octet used for the network and 3 octet are used for the host. So network is 126 and host are, there is a 8 bit and 8 bit, so total value is a 24. So host IDs will be to the power 24 minus 2. So these are the number of the host, and the default subnet 255, because it will define the network and these will define the host ID. So that is the reason the subnet mask by default is 255.0.0.0, or you can say /8. So 8 means the 8 bit is starting 8 bit, the part of the network or the network ID. The 8 bit or the network ID. Okay, that is the reason it is called 8. So another is a class B. In a class B, the starting range from the 128 to 190 to 191.255.0.0. Whenever the 00 is here, these are the host IDs and these are the network ID. So total value of the network of the host is network IDs is 116,384 and the host is 65,534. And it is written the basic or default subnet mask is 255.255.0.0 and /16. And similar in a class C, the subnet mask is starting from 192.0.0.0 to 223.255.255.0. So there is only one host ID and 3 are the network ID. So network value and the host in a network or the single network or the host per network is 254. And the default subnet mask is 255.255.25.0 or the /24. Class D and class E is not available for. So because all the computer required a IP address, no matter it is a private network or it is a public network, every computer required a IP address, because without identity it will not identified in a network. So that is the reason each and every, there is a no IP address in the of the computer, so there is a no value in the network. So that is the reason IP address required for the private network and public network. So there is a some IP address are reserved for the private IP addresses, which can be used internal network inside the network or inside the private network. So these are the range from the class A 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. And in a class B, the reserve IP address 172.16.0.0 is starting from this and ending from 172.31.255.255. And in a class C, 192.168.0.0 is starting from this and ending from 192.168.255.255.